Thank you so much, Mark, and thank you for inviting us to speak. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on real quick. Okay, there we go. Okay, okay, we're going to talk the most everybody's favorite subject, right? Audits. And I guess 3C, you've probably been in audit already with the office finance, correct? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about is notice of audits, on-site field audits, office desk audit, and closing audits, and any Q&A that you may have. Okay, so let me start on there. Okay, notice of audit. Okay, table of contents. Okay, pre-audit appointments. So when you receive a letter, either for field audits or for desk audit, you'll notice on the right hand, on the top right-hand corner, it'll be AUD or AUO. So contact the assigned auditors via email or phone with specific time frame of when you want to audit in. We're really flexible. The audits, knowing right now with the COVID situations and shorter staff, we're pretty flexible on setting the audit appointments. It's like schedule the confirm audit appointments. If you receive the desk audit, it's pre-scheduled, it's already been set time, but we haven't been doing that because since the office city hall has been closed, so we haven't been setting any appointments for any desk audit. So basically right now it's all field audits where when you get the letter, please contact the auditors to schedule an appointment as soon as you can within 5-10 days to let them know that you receive the letters and you like to schedule. And as I've said, our auditor is pretty flexible right now with COVID situation, with shorter staff and with all the stuff that's going on. So don't worry about it, but just get us in contact with us. Don't ignore the letters, please. Okay, so basically gather complete information required for the in-period notice. Everything is on the audit notice, it will tell you what period we're being audited. So basically right now it's all monthly. So since July 1st, 2019, it's all monthly from there. So that's why to gather the records for monthly. Provide power of attorney if you're not doing the audit yourself. You're having a CPA or someone representing you or third parties. Make sure you, we need a letter of POA on that one. Okay. And on-site field audits, have your POS system available for access, review of auditors. Right now, pretty much we're having you send the Excel files to the auditors for examination. So that's what we're doing. We haven't gone out there because COVID and all the restrictions that we have. We haven't really gone out to look to examine the POS system, but we do go out on site to make sure the business is operating. Auditors don't get out in the car right now, but they do look to see if it's operating, if seeing what the taxpayer is saying is true. So also if you have any medical customer that you're recording as medical sales, of course, there's a low rate, it's 50 per 1,000. Make sure you have medical customer cards, record physician recommendations, MMCI card identification, either it's a state issue or the doctor issue, and make sure you're ready for sample testing. The auditor is going to do the sample test because if we can't, if you don't provide any records, if we can't classify your grocery sales as medical, we're going to put it in adult use, and that's probably double. It's going to be, it's $100 per 1,000 instead of $50 per 1,000 on that. So we'll discuss any information needed to support any schedule you provided. Let's say if you don't have all those, but you have other stuff that you have, give it to the auditors. We'll look at it. We'll see if it's advantageous to use this record on your behalf, like for your, see if you don't have any other records, we'll see what's best for you. We're fair. I mean, we send out, when notices, we also send out taxpayer bill of rights. We mean showing the taxpayer that we treat everybody fair and equally. So just provide what you have and talk to the auditors what records you have, what records you don't have. That way we could both evaluate, see if it's acceptable or not. And follow-up appointments required for further record review. That's the one that if we're there or if you send information that we deem not usable or deem not material, we'll ask you for more submission, and that's when we'll do follow-up records. And we're coming, Phil, it's going to be pretty much is going to be coming pretty soon. So on desk audit, like I said, right now, desk audit, prior to the COVID, we'll have the taxpayer bring everything in and as a set schedule that's already been set already at the time. You go to City Hall, and during that time, we discuss documentation. Notice in order to come in to avoid an assessment. Because if we set an appointment prior to COVID, if we set you an audit appointment, you don't show up, you don't call, we're going to do an assessment on you. So an assessment, and pretty much it's going to stop you from either going for your business, because the DCR is going to come and ask us, hey, is this so-and-so dispensary, are they current with Office of Finance? And we're telling them, no, they're current. They're not. And they're going to say, hey, okay, if you're not current, you have to, the dispensary has to be current on all their accounts. So that we work hand in hand, the DCR and us, regarding the dispensary in the city of LA. And of course, the auditor is going to review the records on the desk, which is in City Hall again, and make sure you have copies, driver license, identification to say who you are, and also bring your power of attorney for that. And when we close the audit work paper provide you tax-free review. So we're going to provide you work papers. We'll give you at least 1 week to review the work papers. So if you agree with the work papers, submit the letter saying that you agree. If you disagree, say whatever you need to do, disagree. And if you need to, because all this my auditors are doing is they send you preliminary work papers. If you need to set an appointment, need to set a conference call, we'll get on with you and I can explain to you. We'll go over all the work papers with you to make sure that you understand what it is. If you any contesting that or any numbers that is wrong, let us know. We'll review that and we'll present audit findings and stuff to make that we're not going to just go there and say, okay, this is the records that we follow. We're going to talk to you. We're going to explain what we have, because basically all the numbers that we get is from your records anyway. The records you provided, how we understood it, and if we don't understand it properly, show us, let us know, and let us know what we did, what we need to do, what we did wrong, or what interpretation of records. Because basically all the numbers that you provided, we'll look at it, and if it's, we interpret our way of what we think the business is, so that all the numbers show. And if we did it wrong, hey, let us know, and we'll work with you to make any adjustments or any clarification on the audits. But the number one thing I want you guys to know is when you get the audit notice, please do not ignore it. If you can't make the appointment for a desk audit, or if you can't contact the auditors within the month, let's say we get an audit notice and you can't really do it until 2 months later, don't wait 2 months later, call us, because if you do that, an assessment will go after 1 month already. So just contact the auditors, let the auditors know, hey, I can't do it because of so-and-so. So then during this time, we're more flexible and we're able to extend the appointment a little further out, okay? And that concludes our audit. If you have anything, questions and comments, please email me and my contact information. I said the Office of Finance is the number is a customer service number, and that's the website. What's my name, my direct number, and my email address. Right now, the best thing you do is to email me if you have any questions, because the phone number, sometimes I guess system does or power outage, or it's somehow it makes it worse that it doesn't forward my calls. So best is to send me an email, but also if you get my number, just leave a message. It's supposed to forward to my cell number. So just leave a message and I'll get back to you. Or best thing to do is right now, if you have any questions, concerns, or regarding any audits that we did prior, present, future, just send me an email and I'm glad to address that. Okay, and that concludes my presentation.